At Skolds Equipment, we have a lot of cool tractors, a lot of cool balers, a lot of cool choppers. Not only are they cool, they're full of technology, and they're modern, and they're built for efficiency to get a lot done. But that just doesn't happen just because they exist. You have to know how to run them, and knowing how to run them sometimes takes a little practice, and knowing how to work on them sometimes takes the ability to know how they run and how they work. And we have a lot of technicians at Skolds Equipment that are certified on these machines, but being certified on a machine doesn't really sometimes give you a good grasp of how they work. The best way to do that is actually getting out and running them. And for example, this past week we had a chance to hook up our rental 880 to a brand new Kloss Rollant 455 Unirap, one of the more sophisticated balers on the market because it bales and wraps. It has a lot going on. We had a chance to get them hooked up, and we have a little test field down the road, and we gave about 4 or 5 of our guys in the shop a chance to just spend a day out in that field using this equipment and getting comfortable with how it works, with the screens, the buttons to push, how to get it set up, you know, if we hook it up, what hydraulic remotes might work best, and where to hook the hoses at and such like that. And also how the screen and how the baler integrates with the tractor with isobus technology, because the tractor's isobus, the baler's isobus. You hook them together, they talk. But being able to access those functions and being comfortable showing a customer how to do that is sometimes something you can't learn in a book or a TV. The best way to do it is learning it out in the field, and that's what we did this past week. And we just want to show you some clips from our little highlight reel. I know a lot of you people might comment and think in your brain, that's a big tractor for that baler, and that's because it is, but we just had that tractor available. It had isobus. It is 280 horsepower. This baler could run from 120 to 200. That's probably most people's range of tractor they put in front of that baler. But we have this tractor available. It is in our rental fleet, so we have it ready to be used, and we just hooked it up, and it looks really cool. Kloss on Kloss, and more importantly, isobus. So hooking up this baler is a little more sophisticated than hooking up just the PTO shaft and a couple hydraulic connections. You do still have to hook up the PTO shaft, but you also have to hook up the hydraulic. There's 2 hydraulic lines that run a certain function of the baler. Then there's these big hydraulic lines. These are load sense lines. This baler is continuously running hydraulics, so it needs these big lines called load sense lines to always have pressure to the baler. If you didn't have these lines, you'd have to leave these lines hooked into a remote and leave the remote stroke the whole time. It's not the best on pumps, but these tractors are made for these balers, vice versa, the baler's made for the tractor, and it works really well. And after you hook up the hydraulics, the PTO shaft, there's one more thing to hook up, and that's the electrical. The beauty of isobus is this tractor is made for isobus, and so is the baler. So you hook this isobus plug into the isobus socket on the tractor, and there's no need to hook up an extra monitor in the tractor that powers the baler through the battery power. Some of the older tractors you have to do that are not isobus compatible. This tractor is, so there's no need to hook up an extra monitor to run the baler. You can run this baler through the monitor on the tractor. Really, really slick. The other electrical cord is the lights. So inside the tractor, this is the normal CBUS screen on a tractor, on the Kloss tractors. Has the road mode. You push this arrow over, you're in the field mode. You push it one more over. If you have the isobus plugged in, that's your baler monitor. And the beautiful thing here, it's all touch screen, just like the normal monitor would. And it's really easy to control. If you want to change some pressures, you just tap it, change your pressures that's the times it's going to net wrap. If you want to change your pressure of your baler, just press it. And the nice thing about touchscreen monitors and Kloss and how this incorporates together, because it is a Kloss baler, it's very easy to use. But any tractor on the market that is isobus, you would still be able to do this same thing. It would control on your main screen. We could have took it one step further, but we didn't have the right camera connector to go in the back here. There's an adapter we need to order, but we could control or view our baler monitor. This is not the monitor for the baler, but it's really just a screen, so you can see what's wrapping on the back. It's just a camera screen. You could incorporate that as well into CBUS. We just didn't have the right adapter for this particular monitor, so we just mounted it in the cab. But anyways, that's the cool part about isobus. It's always right at your fingertips. One thing you might say is it might be hard in the field as stuff's moving to press the button. You can do, it's called comfort keys with cloths, and you can put your hand on the side of the screen and you could push buttons as you please, with kind of holding onto the screen. It gives you the ability to do that without kind of floating your hand here. It's just another feature of the ISOBUS.